Okay, just a little more work now on just tidying up, and let's do those horns. Right, just a wee bit darker in there. Just bring the eye to life a bit. Right, now then, let's get these horns established. Just a highlight on this side. Similarly there. The tip of these horns is going to be only just in view by the time the slip goes on top. It only covers 1/4 of an inch or so, so it's just the very tip showing there. Let's see if we can make sense of all these little nuances of colour. Just want to tidy this up. Point of the horn, and more background there. And here it's a beautiful rich blue. Amazing when you look at what colours there. A little more blue than that. More blue than purple. These are the bits I love. Oops. Knock the furniture over, Barker. Slightly different colour. I love all these subtle changes. It can seem painstakingly tedious, but does not pay dividends. When you're painting in a realistic way, which I inevitably end up doing, no matter how loose I try to paint, then these little fiddly bits do pay off. Of course, the horn isn't like a piece of shiny metal. There's all sorts of little nicks and colour shifts in it. So I want to establish them. Pinky feel to it on the bottom, where it's receiving reflected light from the fur of the animal, the coat. Then it goes a definite greeny colour there, receiving that reflected light, and beautiful. Oh, I'm loving this. This is what makes me tick, these bits. I just want to finish it and stand back and admire this beast, the wee beastie. reflected light on this left side of the horn. Try not to contaminate it. More blue bits. Oh man, there's so much going on here. How can there be so much going on in this one bit of horn, but there is? This is so exciting. Well, it is for me. You lot probably bored stiff. Just hurry up and finish it. I love these bits. Love it, love it, love it. Too dark. I'd be dipping into my palette furiously at this point with an oil, so I was doing this in oil. Oh, I've got a lovely maroony red here. Oh, look at that. That is spectacular. It's a little lighter. Beautiful reflected light. Look at that. Sing now. Is that not singing? Too enthusiastic. I've broken the pastel in half. Use an awful lot of neutral mid-tones in pastel. Well, all painting. So you need quite a lot of these mid-tones. Oh, there's a lovely blue light there as well. Wow, look at that. Who would have thought there are these colours in a horn? And there's some pinks as well. Pow. That's giving the impression there that I hope that horn is coming out of the picture. Just a few more highlights there. The sun's catching it. There. Yeah. Notice there's some red tone at the top here too. What colour have I got here? Oh, it's wrong colour. It's better. There's a red. Definitely red on that tip. Just put this highlight in. Just hold your breath if I want it. I'll do this. Oh man. Turquoisey blue, yeah. Blue there, the reflected light is continuing. And a bit of greeny grey. It's not green enough. Here we are. Just fiddle that in. Barker there too. Don't you love that bit of red there? I've accentuated that, but I'm going to leave it. I like it. A little bit of artistic license. Now let's just do the underside of this horn. It's a bit lighter actually than that, because it's receiving a lot of reflected light from the animal's coat. Some more neutral greys. I don't know how long this has been running now, but I usually paint with the radio on or some music playing, so this is a bit strange, me talking to myself. But I hope you've enjoyed it. We're definitely on the home stretch now. I might probably put this away and have one more look at it later. And it's Friday, so it's fish and chip night. But hey! If you're watching this in America, us Brits do like our fish and chips, almost the national dish. And the fish and chip van comes round the village on a Friday. I love this horn now. How much better that looks than it did earlier. Right, I've just got to do this one now, same again. Plenty of blue in it. Hope I'm not obscuring this. I think I'm alright. I'm forever dropping pastels on the floor. Gotta be careful, because then you end up with a whole lot of squashed pastels if you're not careful. Now this has got a lot of red on it too. It's too purpley. It's got a real, there we are, that's better. Real red there. And then it goes like the other one. Green, much lighter than that. Come on, Barker, observe. Half the key to painting is, I always say painting what you see, but it's learning to observe. That's the key to a successful painting, is, or at least a realistic sort of painting, as I do, is training the eye to really pare down and see what's there. Translate that. You've reflected light again. Now I thought this horn wasn't going to be as complicated, but it's not coming out, but I think it is. There's so much colour and change of tone all the way through it. Ooh, broken pastel. And I want to put it all in because it deserves it. It's so lovely. this is the bit of the painting which is the most exciting, because you know there's not far to go. Can't really spoil it at this stage. Hopefully, famous last words. I did manage to spoil a pastel painting a couple of years ago when I had one that I'd done the previous day or earlier in the day, and I had it propped up on the floor against a chair, and I just finished another painting, and I took my gown off, which I wear because it gets so messy, and I just tossed the gown onto the chair that the other painting was leaning against, forgetting for about a millionth of a second that the painting was there, just too late to stop the gown flying in the air, landed on the chair and wiped over the whole of the painting. So it was just like getting a rag and doing that with it. So I had to repaint the entire painting, and it was I was so pleased with the painting too. But there we are. Learn by your mistakes. Does that hole need to be a little thicker? Maybe. Need a green, a little too deep. I need a mid-green. Let's see what I've got in here. Let's turn this off a minute while I rummage around.